Look, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss some of you off, and I don't care. You're not broke because you don't make enough money. You're broke because your life is too expensive to keep alive. That's it. That's the whole thing. And I know how that sounds. I know. You're already in your head going, yeah, but you don't know my situation. You don't know my bills. Stop. Just stop for a second. Because I bet if I sat down with your bank statement right now, I wouldn't find one giant disaster. I'd find 40 small ones, a car payment, a streaming service, a subscription you forgot you had, a storage unit full of stuff you haven't looked at in 2 years, a treat yourself, Amazon order from Tuesday, a DoorDash, another DoorDash, a new phone you didn't need, insurance on the phone you didn't need. None of that feels reckless. That's the trap. Every single thing on that list looks normal, reasonable, earned, even. But you stack 40 of them on top of each other, and now your whole life needs every dollar you make just to keep breathing. And then you wonder why the raise didn't fix anything. You wonder why you got the promotion and still feel broke. You wonder why your friend, who makes half what you make, seems weirdly more relaxed about money. I'll tell you why. Their life is cheaper to run. That's it. That's the secret. There's no secret. If your lifestyle eats every dollar you earn, you are not stable. You are employed. Those are not the same word. The number nobody talks about. Here's the thing nobody puts on a budgeting app. Every life has a price tag, a monthly one, the number it costs to keep your current life running. Rent, mortgage, car, insurance, debt, subs, utilities, food habits, the gym, the kids' stuff, the small things, all of it. Add it up. That's your number. Now look at what you make. The space between those two numbers, that's everything. That's your whole life. That's whether you sleep at night. That's whether you can quit a job that's killing you. That's whether one bad month wipes you out, or you yawn and move on. People think wealth is the income number. It's not. It's the gap. A guy making $80K with a $3K life is wealthier than a guy making $200K with a $195K life. I don't care what the second guy drives. He's one bad quarter from panic. So everything I'm about to tell you, every single rule is about one thing: making your number smaller, making the gap bigger, making you harder to break. Cool? Cool. Let's go. Rule 1. Stop building a life that bills you forever. This is where most people lose the game and don't even know they're playing. You don't go broke from the big purchase. You go broke from the big purchase that keeps charging you every single month for the rest of your life. Think about it. A bigger house isn't just the down payment. It's the bigger property tax, the bigger utility bill, the bigger insurance, more rooms you gotta furnish, more square footage to clean, more crap to fix when it breaks, and it always breaks. A nicer car isn't just the payment. It's the higher insurance, the registration, the depreciation, eating thousands while it sits in your driveway, the repairs that cost more because parts are fancier now. You didn't buy a house. You signed up for a monthly bill that follows you for 30 years. You didn't buy a car. You signed up for a payment that will be there every month whether you got fired or not. And here's the part that messes people up: variable expenses annoy you. The expensive dinner, the impulse buy. You feel those. You notice them. You can fix those tomorrow if you want. Fixed expenses trap you. You don't feel them anymore because you got used to them. They just leave your account every month like the tide. And you adjust. And your whole life shrinks around them. And 6 years later, you can't even imagine being free of them. So before you sign up for any monthly anything, and I mean anything, ask yourself one question. Am I willing to keep paying this every month for years, even after I stop wanting it? Because that's the actual deal. Not the deal they showed you. The actual one. Rule 2. Boring stuff first, fun stuff second. Now I'm gonna sound like your dad for a second. Deal with it. You know what most people do the second they get a little extra money? They buy something you can see. New car, new furniture, bathroom remodel, trip somewhere with good lighting for Instagram. Something visible. Something that says, I'm doing well. You know what they don't do? Fund an emergency account. Pay off the credit card eating them alive at 24% interest. Put real money into retirement. Build a cushion. Lower their fixed costs. The invisible stuff. The stuff nobody sees. The stuff that actually keeps you alive when life punches you in the face, and life will punch you in the face. That's not pessimism. That's just Tuesday. Looking successful and being protected are not the same thing. Let me say that again because it's important. Looking successful and being protected are not the same thing. One is a costume. The other is armor. And when the bad thing happens, the layoff, the diagnosis, the divorce, the busted transmission, the parent who suddenly needs help, the costume doesn't save you. Only the armor does. I'm not saying don't enjoy your money. I'm saying do it in the right order. Emergency fund, then kill the high-interest debt, then retirement, then a cushion on top of the emergency fund, then buy the fun thing. Because if your savings account has nothing in it, your next treat isn't a reward, it's a bet. And you're betting that nothing in your life goes wrong, which is a stupid bet. You're gonna lose that bet. Everyone loses that bet. Eventually. Rule 3. Everything you buy charges you twice. Okay, this one is the one I want you to actually remember. Tattoo it on your forearm if you have to. Everything you buy has two prices. The first one is on the receipt. The second one is the rest of your life owning it. Stay with me. You buy a car. The receipt says, whatever, 30 grand, cool. But now you're paying for insurance every month forever. Gas, oil changes, tires, registration. Repairs you didn't see coming. Depreciation, eating thousands a year while you sleep. You didn't pay 30 grand for that car. You paid 30 grand for the privilege of paying for that car forever. A boat? Ha ha ha. A boat is just a hole in the water you throw money into. Slip fees, trailer, cleaning, winterizing, repairs nobody warned you about. The boat itself is the cheap part. A bigger house, more rooms, means more furniture to buy, more space to heat and cool, more stuff to break, more crap to fill it with, because empty rooms feel weird. A hobby. Oh God, hobbies. You don't buy a hobby, you buy a starter kit, then better gear, then accessories for the gear, then storage for the accessories, then upgrades for the gear. There's no bottom. And the dumbest one, the absolute purest example of this, a storage unit. Think about that for a second. You are literally paying rent every single month to hold on to stuff you're not even using. Stuff you already bought, the purchase already happened, and it's still charging you forever until you stop it. Ownership is a subscription. Almost everything you own is quietly billing you in some way. Money, time, space, attention, energy. You just don't see the invoice. So the question isn't, can I afford this? Of course you can afford it. At any given moment you can afford almost anything. The question is, do I want this thing living in my budget? Do I want this thing taking up space in my life? Do I want to keep paying the second price? Every month? For years? Receipt's the first price. Your life pays the second one. Every time. No exceptions. Rule 4. If it ain't broke, leave it the hell alone. This one is gonna make some of you uncomfortable. Good. Be uncomfortable. Most upgrades in your life are not replacing broken things. They're replacing bored things. The phone works. You're getting a new one because the camera is a little better. The car runs fine. You're trading it in because your neighbor pulled up in a newer one. The kitchen functions. You're remodeling it because some lady on Instagram has white cabinets and now yours feel old. Your clothes fit. You're buying new ones because you want to feel like a different version of yourself. None of that is a need. All of that is a mood. Boredom is the most expensive feeling in this country. I'm serious. Boredom has bankrupted more people than any addiction. Because boredom convinces you that the perfectly working thing in front of you is somehow not enough anymore, and the new version will fix something inside you. It won't. It never has. It never will. You will be bored of the new one in 8 weeks and you know it. Here's the test. Easy. Memorize this. Old is not broken. Boring is not broken. Someone else having a better version is not broken. If the thing still does the job you bought it to do, it's not broken. It's done its job. It's still doing its job. The upgrade is not a need, it's a leak. And you've got like 15 leaks like that in your house right now, all whispering at you, all making you feel like you're behind. And look, I get it. The whole economy is built to make you feel behind. Ads, influencers, your cousin posting his new truck, it's all signal, constantly, that what you have isn't enough. If you don't fight it consciously, you lose. You don't drift towards stability, the current is going the other way, you have to swim. Rule 5. Don't trust yourself. Build a system instead. I'm gonna tell you something that might sting. Your willpower is garbage. So is mine. So is everyone's. People keep trying to fix their spending with discipline. I'll be better next month. I'll cook more. I'll resist the apps. Yeah, sure. And it works for like a week. Then you have a bad day at work, or you're tired, or you're stressed, or you're a little buzzed at 10 p.m., and that app on your phone is right there, and your credit card is already saved, and the purchase takes 9 seconds. You didn't fail because you're weak. You failed because the system was built to beat you. These companies have entire teams of psychologists figuring out how to get past your willpower. You think you're gonna out-willpower a billion-dollar engineering department? Come on. So stop relying on willpower. Build a system that doesn't need it. 2 halves to the system. 1. Make spending hard. Delete your saved cards from every online store. Make yourself type the number every time. Most impulse buys die right there, because typing 16 digits at 11 p.m. makes you reconsider your life. Delete the shopping apps off your phone. Unsubscribe from every promotional email. Those emails exist purely to manufacture a craving you didn't have a minute ago. Use a 4-8-hour rule on anything that isn't food or essentials. Throw stuff in a wish list, not a cart. Don't go to stores without a specific reason. Don't browse. Browsing is just shopping with extra steps. 2. Make saving automatic. The day your check hits, money should leave on its own, before your brain even sees it, to savings, to retirement, to debt, to investments. Set it up once and forget it exists. Keep your checking account, lean on purpose. There's just less to do damage with. Treat saving like a bill, not a goal, a bill. Same as rent. You wouldn't try to pay rent. You just pay it. Same energy. Financially stable people don't have iron willpower. They built a setup where they don't need any. Bad decisions take effort. Good decisions happen automatically. That's the whole game. It's not about being strong. It's about being lazy in the right direction. Rule 6. Decide what enough is, or the world will decide it for you, and it'll pick wrong. This is the one I want you to think about for a week. Most people are convinced more money will solve their stress. So, they grind. They take the promotion. They start the side hustle. They work the extra hours. And the bigger check comes. And then this is the weird part, 6 months later they're just as stressed as before. What happened? The lifestyle expanded to eat the new money. The raise became a nicer car. The bonus became a bigger apartment. The side income became nicer restaurants, better trips, more subscriptions, higher expectations. The new lifestyle became the new floor. And now they need the bigger income just to stand still. The finish line moved. The finish line always moves. This is the trap, and it's a really mean one because it's invisible. If you don't decide what enough looks like for you, actually decide, with words, on paper, the market decides for you. And the market's answer is always more. Always one more upgrade. Always one more level. Always one more thing the people around you just got. The economy doesn't profit from you feeling satisfied. It profits from you feeling slightly behind. So that's the feeling it sells you. Every day. Forever. You have to draw the line yourself. Nobody draws it for you. Sit down and actually decide. What's enough house for me? Enough car? Enough wardrobe? Enough eating out? Enough vacation? Enough subscriptions? Enough phone? Enough. Not in a depressed way. Not in a I deserve nothing way. In a chosen way. A grown-up way. I decided, this is enough for me. The next thing the world tries to sell me past this line, I'm not buying. Because here's the payoff. Once you've defined enough, every dollar above that line becomes freedom. It can pay off debt, build investments, shorten your career by 10 years, fund a sabbatical, take care of your parents, buy you options, buy you peace. But if you never define enough, every raise just becomes another bill, forever, until you die. I'm sorry to be blunt about it, but that's what happens. The real way to count what you have? Last thing, the part I actually care about. People measure wealth wrong. They measure it by what they can show. The house, the car, the watch, the vacation photo. That's not wealth. That's a display of wealth. Most of the time, it's a display funded by debt, maintained by stress, and one bad email away from collapsing. Real wealth, the kind that matters, is what you can refuse. Can you refuse a bad job? Can you tell a toxic boss no without your stomach dropping? Can you turn down a deal that isn't right? Can you handle an emergency without going into panic mode? Can you help your mom if she needs it? Can you take a month off if something hits the fan? Can you sleep through the whole night without the math running in your head? That's wealth. It's quiet. Nobody can see it from the outside. Your neighbor will never know you have it. You won't get likes for it. But you'll feel it every single day. Every time something goes wrong and it doesn't ruin you. Every time you say no to something that doesn't deserve a yes. $1 can buy a thing, or it can buy freedom. Most people use their dollars on things and spend the rest of their lives wondering why they don't feel free. Don't be most people. The goal isn't to look rich. The goal is to be hard to break. So here's the whole thing in one shot. Minimalist money isn't about owning nothing. It's about not owning things that own your paycheck. It's not about a smaller life. It's about a life that can take a hit. Fewer obligations means more money. More money means more stability. More stability means more freedom. That's the chain. So stop building a life that bills you forever. Pay for the boring stuff before the fun stuff. Remember, everything you buy charges you twice. Don't replace things that still work. Build a system instead of relying on willpower you don't have. Decide what enough is before the world decides for you. And count your wealth by what you can refuse, not what you can show. Do that. Just that. And the whole math of your life changes. You stop running. You start choosing. That's how you always have money. That's how you live better with less. That's how this whole thing starts. Now stop watching YouTube and go cancel something.